So, last night I stayed in near a campsite near Lake Lanthe. I don't know. I stayed there, and it was really nice. I got a little swim, although it was very short and brief, but it was good to have a little wash. So this morning I've continued up the west coast, and now I am sort of at the start of Arthur's Pass. I've turned onto it, it's definitely started. So the first bit was a bit boring, and this bit is getting more and more interesting as I'm getting closer to the mountain, so I thought I'd put the camera on. I swear that's like glacier water, that. Let's get this guy quickly before the corner. I've just booked a hostel for Queenstown. No, not Queenstown, that's the other, completely wrong direction. I've just booked a hostel for Christchurch, and there I'm going to stay for 2 nights because tomorrow is going to be another wet day, so there's no point going anywhere. I'm just going to stay in the hostel, charge all my stuff up and just chill out really. Might make sure I've got all the paperwork and all the things signed and done for the shipping, for shipping the right to Australia, and just finalise that while I've got a library. I can print stuff off and sign things and scan things and whatnot. So that's where we're at. Well, I'm going to put my music back on and cruise about, and then if the roads get a little bit more scenic or more interesting, I'll put the camera back on. So I just found this. Apparently the most interesting cafe hotel in New Zealand. So I'll just sort of pop in and have a little look and see what's about. I mean, there's Gollum up there. He's doing his thing. And it's got a bit of everything in it. Dump it here and have a look. Pretty cool. It's packed full of like little things. We've got some messes in here. There's lots of odd things here. There's a complete collection of just random bits. There's like, carts and horse and carts, old cars, old sewing machines, like telephone cable that ran from Sydney to Nelson, the first bit, like a couple of feet of it, front door led up against a pig, a fire engine, like it's just, I don't know, you see people that like hoard things, but this guy is doing it right. There's just all sorts of everything. It's not like any one thing, it's just everything. and anything. Like that little man sat in a pot for no reason. And then Gandalf there and the dragon. Antlers. Mental. And all set in Arthur's Pass. Load of logs for fire, I presume. Well, I guess they'd be a bit damp. Pretty cool. They have a hotel and they do food and coffee and stuff, but I don't really need any of that, so time to carry on. There's going to be a gorge at some point that's particularly steep because it's suggesting not to take trailers and things, despite the fact that I've seen several. Oh, I've got a mate. Several. Is that an red Africa twin? Because I saw that the other day. Yeah, it is. Several, one of them actually. Those big oil tankers. So, it can't be that bad. That's weird. I'm seeing the same. I saw him yesterday. This guy up front. Yesterday, I saw him at some point. It's quite a lot of the bridges and also some of the towns you go through here are really like almost western, like you know you see those American cowboy and Indian films or something. I really like that. Oh, wind. Oh, look at that, that's cool. There's a waterfall. Nah, just move it, mate. Just move the waterfall. Just shove it over to the right a little bit more. Job's a good one. There we go. Sorted. Oh, should have stopped. Always have these things where I go, oh, should I? Pretty epic. It's neutral, no good. Not a very good gear going up the hill. What a bridge! It's kind of cool. Might turn around and go back and get that other one. There we go. Just shot backwards. It's quite cool how they've like moved nature to make the road. Waterfall just move that, make it go over the top. Sometimes they go underneath, which is what they mostly do, but it's cool to stick over top. And then it's flowing down like in the air, which is pretty cool. And obviously that bit I presume is to do with a bit of landslides or something. There's a fair bit going on around here. I wonder what's around here. Nowhere. Just to the road. That's pointless. Yep. Let's get back on the road. Oh, I smell brakes and clutch on that bus with bikes. It's about a 16-degree hill, this. So this is probably what the signs were warning of. There's a big slide there as well. I was supposed to do Arthur's Pass and Lewis Pass in like a day, and then, or something like that, and then stay on the other side. Well, that was my original plan, but there's rain coming tomorrow, and after experiencing a whole day in my tent, I'd rather spend $34 or $35 sitting in a nice hostel with internet and kitchen and whatever, so much nicer. See the rocks and then like the trees quite literally hanging over the top. It's more so just behind me, but you can sort of see it. This must get a fair bit of, there's just that section must be retreating all the time. Oh, there you go. Just eventually falling in on itself. Rough Creek. Yeah, it looked a little bit rough, didn't it? You get these big open spaces between the mountains, and then you can see the road running all along that coastal, coast, sort of like a coast. There's no water in it, but yeah, it runs all alongside that mountain, which is cool. So I'm now here in Hanmer Springs.
Okay peeps, let's see how many times I say or in the next minute and a half. Time to start counting.
I left Christchurch quite late this afternoon, about 4 o'clock, and got here about 5:30. So I've taken all the luggage off my bike. Tomorrow I'm going to be going up the Rainbow Station track, and then going across to Blenheim, and then down the Molesworth. Hopefully trying to nail it all in the day, so I'll get up early and do it. Shouldn't be too difficult. So really looking forward to it. Can't break my panniers if I don't have them. And then from there, or from here, when I get back here tomorrow, I'll stay another night, and then in the morning it'll be over Lewis Pass, back over to the west coast, and work my way up the west coast. I've had to rejig all of my plans and my dates for the trip so far, because I've lost a few days for rain. I lost another day in Christchurch, where I just literally flicked through YouTube for the day, trying to skip some time and stuff while it pretty much hammered it down, especially on the west coast, which is where I was heading to. So yeah, I just stayed put for the day, chilled out, but I've had to move all my dates by about 2 or 3 days. So reshuffled everything, replanned everything, and I hopefully should be good. But I'm just trying and maybe make up some of that time by getting a few more miles down in some of the days, just to cover the distance, but see things at the same time. Just do bigger days basically, and see if I can recuperate some lost time.
Okay, let's recuperate the amount of times that you said or Why not pause the video and drop the number that you counted in the comments below? Right, let's count them up. If you got 24, you managed to count an and that sounded like an
4 o'clock, got here about 5:30.
Well, I think we can all agree that was completely ridiculous. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.